Remember that time Nintendo released an open world action combat game and you weren't allowed to dodge unless you were locked onto an enemy? It's a good time. Good time. Can't wait for that to not be fixed in Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom. It's gonna be exactly the fucking same. Exactly the fucking same. The Vortigons in this game have better dodging variety than Breath of the Wild Link. Just Zen in this game also has more enemy variety than all of Breath of the Wild. Oh man, that's true. Oof. 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 Can't wait for Tears of the Kingdom to add like one minor faction to the enemy pool and that's it. And a couple of variations on the other enemies. If you added dungeons to Breath of the Wild when it came out, and it's not, if Tears of the Kingdom has dungeons, it's going to be great, don't get me wrong, but it's not going to have the same wow factor that it would have had if there were dungeons in Breath of the Wild. If you had dungeons, proper dungeons in Breath of the Wild, like just like 5 of them, you know, it doesn't have to be the full Zelda spread of like 9 to 10 dungeons, like 5 of them would have been enough. Five decently sized dungeons, you'd be close to a perfect game, IMO. You'd still have to clean up some of the combat, some of the flurry rush bullshit, the McFlurry rush, add some more enemy variety that would hopefully come with the dungeons, and you are pretty close to like a perfect game. Like I loved the great parts of Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild and Elden Ring are very similar in some ways in that the parts where you're playing it and you're hitting stride with it, and the good parts are hitting real well. Like, it's phenomenal, and it's just a shame that it lets you down in the parts that you're expecting it to deliver on, and it just doesn't. My first Zelda was Wind Waker, so Breath of the Wild was a return to form for me. Lol. Yeah, they're both pretty shit and boring, huh? Wind Waker does have a whole load of fucking nothing in its world, right? Someone's saying they wish that they were more vertically stacked open worlds. Yeah, I would like that too. Doesn't that sound exactly what Tears of the Kingdom is? No, isn't Tears of the Kingdom on the same map as the first game? Like, Tears of the Kingdom is going to be huge. Do you know that Smash Bros. Ultimate already has a Tears of the Kingdom stage? The kids tried to play Breath of the Wild a couple weeks ago because they saw a trailer for Tears of the Kingdom. And they were like, this is coming out, it looks good. And I'm like, oh, we have the first one. And they were like, what, really? I was like, yeah, do you want to try it? And I set them up with it, and they like seemed to be having a good time with it, and then they never played it again after that. So Finn spoiled Tears of the Kingdom for me. I googled. I was like, boys, you know what's happening next week, right? And they're like, what? And I'm like, just to be sure. So I googled Tears of the Kingdom release date, and a little Google sidebar popped up and said something 1986, and I was like, wow, it really did leak early. And then I typed in like it again, and I got the actual Google result at the top, and it said like May 12th or whatever. And I'm like, Tears of the Kingdom's coming out, and they said, are you gonna get it for us? And I was like, no. And they're like, what? And I'm like, I'm gonna get it for myself. I'm not getting it for you. And like, why won't you get it for us? And I'm like, you haven't played the first one yet. And I'm like, and they're like, we did play it. And like, yeah, but you didn't finish it. You only played it for like an hour. And he's like, why would I get you the second one when you haven't played the first one? And then he goes, well, we didn't like it because, oh, so people are gonna not like this. We didn't like it because when you play it, your weapons break. And I'm like, okay, well, that's gonna be in the second game too. And Finn went, no, in the second game, you can repair your weapons. And I was like, okay, well, I didn't know that, thank you. Spoiled by my kids. They watched the trailer, I guess. This is how I found out you can repair your weapons. Well, they might be wrong. They're only kids. I really doubt that you can repair your weapon. I don't know, do you really want me to stream Breath of the Wild 2? Tears of the Nintendo fans? Actually, is my take on Breath of the Wild even a hot take anymore? I know it's not like a universal take, but is it not even a hot take anymore? It was not a hot take in it to begin with. Excuse me? Quoi? Do you understand how much shit I got for that video? Which take, Joe? The entire Breath of the Wild video I did. Still thought it was pretty good. Breath of the Wild. Yeah, I thought it was a really great game. Well, 60% of it was like, all right, not just great. That's too low of a word. Incredible. Like 60% of the game is incredible, and 20% of it is like, and 20% of it's like actually bad. What's the bad percentage? You know what? Maybe it's more than 20%. Almost every single shrine is a waste of time. The beasts are kind of shit. Combat's kind of shit. McFlurry Rush was a banger joke though. You gotta give me that, right? Please try lowering your FPS. It can help lift your geometry. No, I'm a PC gamer. I demand at least 30 frames per second. No, I refuse. If I want a low FPS gaming, I'll play Tears of the Kingdom on Friday. Man, can you imagine the streams of Tears of the Kingdom? Just a parade of chatters coming in. Hey Joe, first time catching you playing this game. Just want to ask real quick before I leave. Does this one have enough Zelda for you now? Oh, hey Joe, nice to see you live. Don't really watch most of your streams. Big fan of the videos though. That Witcher 3 video is sure to take a long time. Ha ha ha. Just wanted to pop in and ask real quick. This one have enough Zelda for you? Hey Joe, fucking hate you in all your videos, especially that Mario one, but I just wanted to pop in and ask real quick. Did this one have enough Zelda for you? Add it to a slur Nightbot. Define a slur, please. While we're here. Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom review thread. 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 98, 98. Okay, all right. All right, well, that's going to be a fun video.
You kidding me?
That wasn't a bit, by the way. It was actually just a long line of 100s, and then like someone who's gonna get death threats because they gave it a 98 at the bottom. That was not a bit. That was legitimately the review thread.
Phoebe?
Man, I saw kind of a spoiler for Breath of the Wild too, and now I'm just really sad.
When you're ready.
I don't want to say it though. It might. It's only kind of, so maybe it's not real. I don't know. So here's what I saw. A lot of people are saying that Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, is a shit game and Nintendo should be a shit. No, they said that if you liked Breath of the Wild 1, you're gonna really like this game because it's basically just Breath of the Wild 1 all over again, just better and with better interactions in the open world and stuff like that. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing a lot of people say that, okay? Now, I take that to mean that it just doesn't have dungeons again. That's what I say. That's what I take it from. That it's just the same shit, the same flaws, the same problems, with the same strengths, so just a little bit better. And that's it. That's what I'm taking it to mean. Anyway, but that's it. All right, I'm done. I'm not talking about it. I'm not reading chat because I don't want any confirmations or denials or whatever. But I'm pretty sad about that. Because I want more evolution on Breath of the Wild, not that again. He said after saying he was done. Are you enjoying the Breath of the Wild DLC? Haven't played it. Haven't played it. But remember, I got about 4 hours sleep, which is about every same amount of hours as there is Zelda content in the new Zelda. Do you know how perma Jimmy jostled I am that people will say, respond to criticism when you're like, I don't like the change up to the Zelda formula, I like the old Zelda formula, and they're like, actually, this is Zelda returning to its roots, so in actuality this is the true formula that they're returning to, and everyone else should be upset. Motherfucker, the first Zelda had dungeons. Sorry to straw man, but like the first Zelda, even your argument doesn't make sense. The first Zelda had dungeons. Like, anyway, let's continue. Anyone playing the new Zelda game? How you finding it without any spoilers? I watched someone stream it for like, I don't know, 2 minutes because when I was hanging out with Finn, I was like showing him Twitch, and I was like, look, people are playing the new game. and it just looked identical to Breath of the Wild, which is kind of wild considering Breath of the Wild is 6 years old. So I don't know if I'm feeling kind of salty about it. I don't know. I'm not excited. I feel like I should be. Thought you digitally downloaded it. Me? No, that was a joke. That was a really bad joke I did on Jats last night, where I said so I caved and I digitally downloaded Tears of the Kingdom and I was playing it for 20 minutes before I realized I had accidentally launched Breath of the Wild. And then the follow-up punchline, and it said, and then 10 minutes later I realized, no, actually I really was playing Tears of the Kingdom. It's such a bad joke. Honestly, this is such a shit take, I know, because it's like I shouldn't be like celebrating this kind of game in any capacity really, but like the fact that Genshin exists is really taking the wind out of my sails on Breath of the Wild, because Genshin has better exploration and better combat. So it's like Breath of the Wild 2 has to it doesn't have to just outdo Breath of the Wild 1, it also has to outdo Genshin. Like Genshin unironically has better exploration and better combat. Yeah, really. All right, so in terms of story and characters and all that, like Genshin is worse because Breath of the Wild at least has the decency to just stay out of the way, right? Is Genshin having some things better than Breath of the Wild really that hot of a take? We all agree the combat's better, right? Like holy shit, the combat's better. No? What? You asked 2 yes or no questions. Uh-oh, I've been figured out. Abort. Man, I wish I was more excited. The most excited I've ever been for a video game is probably Ocarina of Time. I remember that coming out. I was so goddamn excited. My parents let me take a day off school to play that. It was a Friday, so like and then I got to play it all weekend. I was so happy that day. Oh my god, I was so happy that day. Holy shit, that's a good memory. Maybe once I start playing it, I'll be like, oh, it's fun. Was it worth the hype? Oh, absolutely, it was worth the hype. Playing Ocarina of Time at release was just magical, man. I just don't get it because I like Breath of the Wild a lot. It's one of my favorite games.
Place to question.
Well, even the Padawan.
I mean, I never want to replay it ever again. And in my mind, I can't think of it without remembering how it chugs at 30 frames per second. But you know, one of my favorite games. Ocarina of Time is great. Majora's Mask just crushes it. I agree, but I haven't played Majora's Mask again since I was 15, so I always feel a little like a fraud when I say Majora's Mask is my favorite. It is my favorite in my memory, but if I played it again today, maybe like, oh, the time travel stuff's kind of clunky, the scheduling stuff's kind of clunky, it's really cool, but I don't know. Finn tried to play it because it's on the virtual console, I think, and he said, I got to some town and I don't know where to go. And I'm like, yeah, that's Majora's Mask. Yeah, I remember getting stuck there too. The beginning of Majora's Mask, in my memory, again, almost 20 years ago, maybe even more than 20 years ago, it's shit. Once the game gets going, it's like, holy crap, this game's a banger. But the beginning of Majora's Mask is not good. It's not a good time. Enough people are asking that I'm a little tempted. Like one stream, and that's it. But again, hey Joe, enough Zelda for you? Hey. Dude, playing the Breath of the Wild sequel? Dude, enough Zelda for you? Dude. Nintendo shows up, so about those dungeons I owe ya. The thought of starting that game and seeing the big open world just fills me with just an overbearing sense of just long sigh, just like a here we go, you know, like the same kind of feeling, you know, when you get to a new town in an RPG and there's like a fucking billion people to talk to and like all these side quests you have to collect and shit, and you're just kind of like, all right, I like this kind of content, it's gonna be fun, but at the same time, you know, like, that's how I feel about the whole game, you know, like always wanted to replay Breath of the Wild, but it fills me with the overwhelming dread. Yeah, maybe that's why. Maybe like the thought of replaying Breath of the Wild is just like fuck. And because I know the game is so much like Breath of the Wild, maybe that's why. You should call the video Tears of the Fandom. Nah, I think I'm done with like provocative titles that are, you know, I always try to be interesting and honest, but you know, it's fun to have like ooh, look at the title. I think I'm done with that. I'm definitely done with masterpiece in the title. Is Jedi Survivor your game of the year so far? Yeah, probably. I think so. Yep. I mean, I hate to say this because it's gonna be taken out of context. What's the context? I like it more than Tears of the Kingdom so far. Like, I think Tears of the Kingdom is overall going to be the more impressive game when you're done with it and you take it all in. But in terms of like actually moving around and playing it, like I prefer this game way more than Tears. Like, it's just so fucking awkward to get around. Like, I can't believe they didn't change any of that shit. Would you recommend Jedi Fallen Order first? If you really like the look of this game, then yeah, I think you should play them in order. But like, you don't have to play the first one for this one. Like, the story is nothing. Like, honestly, you could probably jump right to the third one. Combat is almost identical between these games. I think that this game does exploration and enemy variety way better. So it might be a little hard to go back to the other one. So Tears of the Kingdom, I am so disappointed. I cannot tell you how disappointed I am. It's not a horrible game. It's not bad. It's by no means a bad game. It's a good game. Like, you know, I enjoyed what I saw, but I know enough about these games, like, from, you know, because I've already played it like 6 years ago. Like, I know, like, I'm gonna hit a wall with it, and I'm already kind of seeing that now with the shrines. So like, I just know how it's gonna go, man. Hopefully I'm wrong. Like, I'm not certain, but you know, I feel pretty strongly about it. Was the game more fun when trying to break it? I think so, yeah. But that's just my own weirdness. But I like it when we're not trying to break it too. It's a pretty good game. I like it a lot. Twitch chat not used to me enjoying games. You know what? Let's stream some more Tears of the Kingdom after all. Make everyone feel better. Do you like it more than Tears of the Kingdom? I think so, yeah. But do I like it more than Breath of the Wild? No. I know it may sound weird, but
where is he?
I think I would like Tears of the Kingdom a lot more if I hadn't played Breath of the Wild. Chat is divided on the TikTok. Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom. I just call it TikTok for some reason. I see TOTK and my brain just omits the second T, and that makes me think it's TikTok. TikTok critiques when? You can get them all right now by just going and watching the Breath of the Wild video that I made 6 years ago. Everything I said in it is still relevant. Enjoy. One of my better videos. Unironically not kidding. Would you have the same problems with the game if it wasn't a Zelda game? I would have all the same problems with the game if it wasn't a Zelda game, except for one. And even then, I would still probably have kind of a problem with it. And that's, if it wasn't a Zelda game, I wouldn't expect dungeons. I haven't played Tears of the Kingdom enough to know that for sure or not. So there might be dungeons, actually. So, like, all of my criticism might, like, I might do a complete 360 walk away on Tears of the Kingdom if I play it enough and I find a dungeon. But I severely doubt it. Or find a couple dungeons. But, like, if we're talking about Breath of the Wild, all of my criticism would still stand for Breath of the Wild, except I wouldn't be too hard on it about the dungeon thing, but I still would be disappointed in the shrine content that is like the more focused gameplay in the game, because man, the shrines sucked. Like that's it. That's the only change. So most of it would still stand. It's like 99% of it. We won't though. We won't though. What the fuck?
Little help.
Anyone else getting debated by these little differences in elevation in Tears of the Kingdom as well? There's like a bokoblin like right in front of you, but there's like, you know, 1 foot of a step in front of you, and you go, I'm gonna attack you, and then Link goes like, no, I'm just gonna hit the air between you. Fuck you.
Nice.
Like, especially when you use Ascend to get to the top of a fight. If you know, you know. Fucking hell. Playing devil's advocate here, is there any chance the response to your Breath of the Wild video gave you a bit of a negative bias against Tears of the Kingdom? I don't think so, no. If you watched me do the streams, like, when the game did something really, really cool, I was genuinely enjoying myself and genuinely gave it credit and was like, oh, damn, like, had a smile on my face, like, this is really cool. I mean, I do think I do have somewhat of a bias against Nintendo now, since, as far as I'm concerned, they stole money from me, but, like, yeah, I try not to hold it against them when it comes to their games. What do you mean they stole money from you? They copyright claimed my Breath of the Wild video, and I didn't get any ad revenue from it for I think like 3 months, and I never got it back because I believe that was before the new escrow system that the YouTube added in. Not that that matters, because like the God of War video got claimed too after the escrow system went in, because I used Curb Your Enthusiasm music for fucking like 3 seconds. And that got held in escrow, and I never got that money either. But that wasn't Santa Monica. That was whoever owns the rights to the Curb Your Enthusiasm music. Anyway, no, I don't think that the response to the Breath of the Wild video has made me biased against the game. Like, I still respect the hell out of the developers at Nintendo. And they're not responsible for like copyright issues and shit like that either. Like I don't like a bunch of people and fans reacting very negatively to, you know, opinions about a video game, to put it as mildly as possible, like aren't gonna make me lose respect for the developers. I'm a big music slut. I'll listen to almost anything. My favorite genre is probably prog rock. I'll listen to Taylor Swift as well. I fucking love Taylor Swift. Love Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga is just good. Isn't Bad Romance like one of the best songs of all time? It's alright. Wow. Dude seeing Mona Lisa for the first time at the fucking museum, art museum that I don't remember the name of. It's alright. Dude playing Tears of the Kingdom for the first time. You know what? It's alright. The Louvre. Oh, I did know it. I just didn't want to say it and be wrong. Shit, I did know it. Fuck. Up here?
Observatory is up ahead.
Oh, okay. Got turned around after the shortcut. Okay, I understand. All right. I think that was a Joement. That wasn't on the game. If this was Tears of the Kingdom, though, I'd be playing the game. Do you think Tears of the Kingdom really needed an editor? It really needed an editor. It says a lot about society. I don't think Tears of the Kingdom understands colonialism. Tears of the Kingdom really needed more time in QA. Reply. You needed more time in the womb. Most sane Nintendo fan? What the fuck? What? Sire, there's someone in chat that is criticizing our beloved game from our daddy Nintendo. What should we do? Roll volition check. Tell him he needed more time in the womb. You needed more time in the womb. There you go. I've made my point. People will respect me and go back to loving Nintendo now. I'm sorry to sound like a broken record, chat, but I am once again so tired today. I need like a really, really good sleep. That's what I need. Just play the new Zelda. That should cure your narcolepsy. I feel like the game is picking up a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not gonna be like a staunch hater. I'm not gonna deny if I'm enjoying myself. Like I did a session today and I thought it was pretty. I had a pretty fun time. So, you know, I don't know if it's gonna last, but it was pretty good. Have you done any of the story parts, Joe? Nope. Maybe it'll be a 6.1 out of 10 this time. What did I give Breath of the Wild? Was it an 8? I think I gave it an 8, didn't I? Last of Us 2 did not have the kind of evolution that Uncharted 4 did going from Uncharted 3. So while it wasn't like horrible, it was okay. It was just okay for most of the runtime. In fact, Last of Us 2 is similar to how I feel about Tears of the Kingdom's combat, where it's like, okay, Breath of the Wild, I could enjoy the combat. It was new, it was fresh for the series. A little clunky, but you know, I can have some fun and flexibility with it. And now Tears of the Kingdom, it's like, wow, okay, it's just that again. Awesome. Like really disappointing. Tears of the Kingdom already over? Yeah, we're not streaming it anymore, I don't think. Although I do want to play it some more right now. I did I think an hour last night and an hour this morning, and last night my play session was pretty boring, but the one I did this morning was pretty good. I think I understand more what they're trying to do with the game now, and I disagree with some of it, but a lot of it I'm digging. I just wish the combat was better. Sometimes when I play a game, there's a moment where something clicks in my head and I'm like, oh shit, I think I understand what they're trying to do now to potentially talk about this in a video. Even if I don't make a video on the game, like that happens no matter what. Like I've had this experience like dozens and dozens of times for games I've never made videos on that I've just played on stream, or I've just played on my own time. And I think I had that with like Tears of the Kingdom, this morning with what they're trying to do. how all the different systems that they have in place are trying to constantly like push you into like you know the improv philosophy of maybe I shouldn't say this because then someone's gonna go make the video. That happened with Ragnarok, I think. There was like a video I found and it was like almost word for word shit that I said on stream. It was fucking weird. Anyway, I shouldn't have said that shit. Anyway, do you know that concept of improv comedy when yes and, like no matter what happens, yes and. It seems like all the different systems in Tears of the Kingdom, much more than Breath of the Wild, are just trying to facilitate this idea of like there's never a point where you're looking at the map going, all right, I don't know what to do, I don't know where to go. It's just like ideally you're never even gonna have to use teleport even. It's like you're just constantly like funneled into the next, like, okay, I just finished this area and I already have the next area that I'm going through just organically appear in front of me because I used Ascension, or I used a tower that flung me up in the air and I saw a floating island and I went down the floating island, like stuff like that, you know. So like I feel like that would be the hook of the video, where I'd be explaining like what I like about the game and what how I think it's working. I mean, that's kind of just what the platonic ideal of open world design is, isn't it? Yeah, but it's how Breath of the Wild pulls it off is better than... how Tears of the Kingdom pulls it off is better than probably any other open world game that I've played so far, in terms of how organic it feels, with just like, I am being pushed and funneled into the next thing, go. Like, even the unlocks of the area, getting the map, like, using your abilities, you just finish a dungeon, instead of being teleported out and then looking around, what am I doing next? You use Ascension to get out, and then you're just immediately looking around, oh, where am I, what's the next thing to look at? It's done very, very well. So even though it's not like a new idea or a new ideal, it's done to a very high level with some creative mechanics and like Ubisoft power unlocks, that sort of thing. Hello, I was wrong when I said Dark Souls 3 enemies had iframes. I'm sorry, I must have sounded like a real jerk. So true, the biggest jerk ever. The biggest jerk of all chat yesterday, and that includes the guy that told the guy that he was prematurely born because he was criticizing Tears of the Kingdom. Nah, you were fine, dude. It's fine. You were just probably thinking of something else instead. You don't need to apologize. Enjoy Tears of the Kingdom if you are partaking. If you're not, then you are based, as you know. Did you play Tears of the Kingdom during off stream? Yeah. So that's been a fun game to play because I can play Switch on handheld while the computers are busy rendering. I haven't beaten it yet, but I feel like I'm probably pretty close. Where should we go? Oh, there's a shrine there I haven't done yet. Maybe we should go there. All right, let's put the red line on the map. All right, let's teleport up. Here we go. Farm some batteries. I think I'm done with that. I just have to go back and make the last set. Sorry, this is the only way you can stream Tears of the Kingdom safely from Nintendo copyright. You know, even I feel like maybe I should turn it down a little bit. Oh, Hyrule Herb. Oh, nice. Oh, dude, a herb. Oh, dude. I have a quarter of a heart. The audio's good? That's good, alright. What do you think of the dungeons this time? Alright, so I don't know if I want to talk about that because of spoilers. Do we want to talk about Tears of the Kingdom a little bit? No? Seems pretty much no across the... Oh, I died! Oh, oh, man. The fall damage. I'm sick of talking about Tears of the Kingdom. With who? Okay, I have full stamina. All right, my stamina's capped out. I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hearts and 14 Light of Blessings that I haven't handed in yet. So I have done that many shrines, okay? And I have yet to find a good one. Still have not found a good one. I think they're actually worse than they were in Breath of the Wild. All right, here we go. We found another one. All right, here we go. Rasiwak Shrine. All right, it's hella whack here. Let's go. All right. Well, I'm having fun. Oh, a third thing to do. Feeling spicy on this one. A third thing to do. I will say this: I had a situation today with Finn, where he's like, he wants to play Tears of the Kingdom, and I said to him, if you play Tears of the Kingdom, you're never gonna want to play Breath of the Wild. And I think that's true. I think, why would you ever go back and play Breath of the Wild after playing Tears of the Kingdom? And then I'm like, yeah, but if you play Tears of the Kingdom first, you have like a really, really cool, fun experience, right? So, like, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what's correct here. Like, what do I do? Are we doing this or something? Well, I'm doing a shrine. 1 second. It's like, come on, they're not that long. We're almost done, I promise. All right, here we go. Oh, there's a chest. Well, you know what? It's probably... Okay, I got it, but there's nothing good in it. Even without opening it, I know there's nothing good in it. All right, well, this was... I'm pretty sure I could have just swam across this. Yeah, wow. All right, well, there you go. I just did a whole shrine for the first time, blind. All right, cool. Well, that sucked. Spoiler-free thoughts of Tears of the Kingdom so far. I've played it for I don't know how long. I have found every light route. I have done I don't know how many shrines, well over 60, 70 shrines, I'm not sure. I've done a couple of major story beats. I enjoy the game quite a bit. I think that it is a very good game, but every single problem that was present in Breath of the Wild has just been dialed up to 11 because they didn't fix any of the problems from Breath of the Wild, and now I have to play a whole other game again with the same problems, and all of the like novelty and majesty and all of the, oh my god, this world is so cool to explore, doesn't have the same effect this time around. So instead, a lot of the game just evolves into go to the camp, do the combat, go to the camp, do the combat, go to the camp, do the combat, and I fucking hate the combat. So it is dragging down real hard. I don't know where it's going to end up. Like, for a long time I was playing it, I'm like, this is probably going to be around an 8 out of 10 for me. Just to put a number on it. Numbers are dumb, but I know people like the numbers. This is going to probably be about an 8 out of 10 for me, the same as I gave Breath of the Wild. But as it's gone on with just combat after combat after combat after combat after combat, it really feels like it's been dragged down to a 7. Like, I cannot stand the combat. I can't believe the low amount of changes, aka none, that they made to the combat. I've tried to use Ultra Hand to do the combat, but there's even been a shrine that was devoted to using Ultra Hand instead of fighting, and that was so clunky and shit that it was just better, easier, and faster just to hit them with sticks. Like, even in the environment where they want you to do it. Like, I was just, like, if you've done it, it was the one with the, okay, so very mild spoilers, I'm gonna say it in vague terms and then move on. There was a shrine where you have to you use the Roombas, okay? And it starts in a small room with the 2 Roombas, and then you go into the big room and you have a bunch of them and you can make them. If you've played the game, you know what I'm talking about, okay? That shrine fucking sucked. Like, that... Like, even trying to put the Roombas together while the guy with the huge fucking sticks just won't leave you alone. Then they start fucking throwing stones at you and shit. And it's like what, like Nintendo, what do you want me to do? Like, obviously, I'm trying so hard to meet you halfway here and to play the game on your terms. I'm trying so hard to not just go and do Flurry Rush and hit them with sticks, and you're not letting me. And then when I finally did get it done, they sucked. I just if you walk too far away, they turn off. Like, they do hardly any damage. Like, it's... man, it fucking sucked. Anyway. Those are my my thoughts on Breath of the Wild. Sorry, Tears of the Kingdom. Sorry, even in my head I get them mixed up. There have been a couple moments that have been very, very good. One of them was accidental, apparently, but I still will give the game credit for it. I did something out of order. I sequence broke, and it made me have like an almost like Outer Wilds level experience, and it was really, really good. I really enjoyed it for like I don't know, 20-30 minutes. I was like, holy shit, this is great. But all the problems that were present in Breath of the Wild being present in the sequel, and hey, you have to play it again, is really dragging it down big time. Attacking on the beat and collecting batteries will charge up the reverb gauge. Wait, what is this, like multiple attacks on the same weapon type? I'm sorry, I'm coming from Tears of the Kingdom. I just want to attack and flurry rush. What are you doing? Anyway, chat, like, should I just let Finn play Tears of the Kingdom first? Like, I feel like if you play Tears of the Kingdom before Breath of the Wild, you're gonna have a much better experience with Tears of the Kingdom. But I feel like you can play Breath of the Wild and still have a pretty good time with Tears of the Kingdom afterwards. But there's no fucking way you're going back to Breath of the Wild after Tears of the Kingdom and having a good time, or like a great time. Maybe you'd be like, yeah, whatever, I'm going back for the nostalgia to see what it was like. But I don't know what to do. Just let the boy do what he wants. What kind of parenting's that? Oh yeah, just play Tears of the Kingdom, Finn. Also, here's 50 million cupcakes, and also you don't have to go to bed tonight. Here's as many juice boxes as you want. What do you mean? Alright, this game's really cool so far. I really like it. Much better than Tears of the Fandom. Would you say Tears of the Kingdom is overrated? Yeah. Would I say Tears of the Kingdom is a bad game? No, absolutely not. Tears of the Kingdom is a very good game. I'm loving seeing it, but why did you choose this game over any other? I don't know, it was just there, and I was like, yeah, people said it's good. I thought I was gonna like it, so I'm like, yeah, why not? And then I thought about the title I could do, and I was like, yeah, that'll be fun. I don't mean it though. Like, Tears of the Kingdom is a fun game. It's just that the controls are kind of awkward, the exploration is kind of lackluster, the combat sucks, the visuals are really dated, the open world is empty and kind of boring, the music's non-existent, the story is told non-linearly and isn't really interesting, the boss fights are really unengaging and not that plentiful, everything new added to the game is kind of bad. Ultra Hand's cool, I guess. But it's a fun game, yeah. Someone asked if this is better than Tears of the Kingdom. That's not really fair, like, to compare those games together. I'm enjoying this more than Tears of the Kingdom, but, you know, they're very different experiences. This is very focused on gameplay. It has good combat, you know, that sort of thing. Can't stop what? I do think that exploring in Tears of the Kingdom, and to some extent Breath of the Wild, actually, I don't know. I don't remember feeling this way in Breath of the Wild, but maybe that's because the novelty was there. But I wish Tears of the Kingdom had just interesting things to find, but it doesn't necessarily have to be in the way that like Fallout does it. You know, sometimes when you get to a place in Fallout, there's like a little story that you can find, even if it's just environmental storytelling, and it's not always like fantastic, but at least it's something. Whereas in Tears of the Kingdom, and again, it might just be because I've already seen the world, there's just nothing. It's just the same thing over and over and over and over and over. Just everything just feels so vapid. Like my opinions. Man, it's really gonna suck when Tears of the Kingdom wins Game of the Year over this. So lame. So lame. It won't even get nominated. What's it gonna be? It's gonna be the heavy hitters, new Final Fantasy game, Resident Evil 4 remake, Tears of the Kingdom, Jedi Survivor? Is Jedi Survivor gonna get nominated? I think it's pretty good, but I don't know if it's gonna get nominated. Tears of the Kingdom has been a big disappointment for me, but not a bad game by any means, for sure. I haven't finished the game yet, but so far almost everything I said actually might literally be every single thing that I said in the first Breath of the Wild video is applicable to the sequel. So if you want to know my thoughts on it, you know, you can go watch that and just pretend that every single time I say Breath of the Wild, I say Tears of the Kingdom. Obviously, it's not going to cover everything because they did add some stuff, but they didn't really do much. Shrines are arguably worse than Breath of the Wild. Not saying something. I agree, actually. Yeah, I think they're worse. Is there anyone that's playing Tears of the Kingdom that was like absolutely like loving it at the beginning, and now that they played it some more, they're kind of like, eh, you know what? Maybe I prefer Breath of the Wild. Mostly getting some of the controls mixed up though, and I'm starting to worry if maybe I'm just getting old. Because I'm having that problem in Tears of the Kingdom too. Like, it's gotten a lot better since I started playing, but like I still, like after all this time playing it, I'm getting some of the inputs mixed up with like, oh, do I want to change my my power I'm using right now, or do I want to like throw something, or do I want to change like a weapon? And sometimes I just hit the wrong button or the wrong D-pad thing, and I'm like, oh yes, shit, my bad. Like sometimes I try to parry and instead I dodge, or I try to dodge and instead I do the grapple. There was a Reddit comment once that said in response to my Breath of the Wild video that I just hate it when games try new things. I'm so curious to see how people's thoughts on Tears of the Kingdom is gonna settle. When it will settle. 10 out of 10, baby. Yahtzee made a really good point in his video yesterday about how, like,
that's shocking.
How a Nintendo fan's gonna say Breath of the Wild was this perfect, don't change anything game, and then Tears of the Kingdom comes out and they're like, wait, no, this is better. I said this on stream, or did I say it on Discord, about how it's been crazy seeing some of the Nintendo fans like getting weirdly defensive on Breath of the Wild's behalf, because it's like it's triggering their defense force circuit where it's like, oh shit, like someone's saying that a game's better than Breath of the Wild, and it's the second one. No, we can't be having that. Yahtzee video already has 500 dislikes. That's not a lot, is it? That's not a lot for me. People who are defending the weapon durability stun me. It is by far the most popular mechanic in the game. Yeah, there were some people on Jads, and by some people I remember one, and I'm conflating that to multiples to make their position look stronger because I don't want to pick on them. That were saying that they really enjoyed the weapon durability system, and I was just like, I was asking them like, can you explain why? I hope they didn't take it as like an attack or like an interrogation, because like to me it's just mind blowing that anyone could enjoy that system, and I just want to understand where they're coming from, because it is just the most tedious piece of shit busy work that I've seen in a game in recent memory. Just I don't understand where the benefit is on any level for the durability system in Tears of the Kingdom. Like it doesn't encourage anything, especially now with the fusions. Like the fusions have made it easier than ever to just completely invalidate that system. And it's like, okay, well, if it's an invalidated system, then why do you care about it? Because it's like it's pointless menuing, and it makes exploration not really that fun, because there's not that many good rewards to find. If durability was twice as long, you'd like it more. But why? Like, what is good about it? Why is it good though? Because their movesets are so limited, so it's just the same weapons. A good way of understanding an issue is that you can argue both sides of it. So if you ever have a strong opinion on something, you should also be able, in a debate scenario, you should be able to adopt your opponent's side. Opponent is a very loaded word. I'm talking about, like, we're talking about a game right now, not about anything super serious. You should be able to understand the other side's arguments and be able to argue that side pretty effectively too. And when it comes to this, I feel like I can do it to an okay level, but when it gets to like actually feeling appreciation for the system, I can't do it. And I wish I did, because then I feel like I could understand it better. Maybe part of the discrepancy is that you like to stick to one playstyle and master it, whereas others maybe don't value that as much. Maybe. What different playstyles are there to master in Tears of the Kingdom? Like the weapon sets are so limited. I'm using a mix of like melee, flurry rush, and I'm using the bow quite a bit because I feel like the bow hits surprisingly hard even without fusing arrows to it, because you get headshots, although it is a bit awkward. What else is there? Getting parries? Like using the whatchamacallit, Ultra Hand to make constructs to fight for you seems really clunky, and I don't think, like, you would run out of Zonite eventually, wouldn't you? Boast of power. It really is, yeah. Isn't it annoying how parrying is literally inferior to flurry rush dodging in every way? Yeah, it really is. It's harder to do too. At least I think it's harder to do. It might be more reliable to do though. I've had a couple times where I've gotten a flurry rush and the enemy has just put up its shield and just tanked every single one of my flurry rush hits. I've done a flurry rush, and as soon as the flurry rush ends, I eat shit because an enemy attack was synced up perfectly to just smack me as soon as it was over, which I don't remember that happening in Breath of the Wild. Parrying Lionels is easier for me than dodging. Are they? I find Lionels the easiest to flurry rush, so I haven't tried parrying them. Most fusions give weapons unique abilities and makes weapon variety and abilities instead of how moves look. No, they don't. What do you mean? Like, there's the the very weak power addition that comes with the elemental stuff of putting it on, that doesn't seem like it's worth it at all to me. And it's not really fun to have the kind of like different versions of a fire stun or a lightning stun or an ice stun, right? But putting a rock or like a crate, a metal crate, to be able to mine with it, that's fine. But usually I just keep a burner one on to be able to mine stuff. Everything else is just, you just want the raw power, don't you? Are you talking about the Zonite stuff? The Zonite stuff doesn't seem like it's that good to me. Extending range sometimes, that's super big. Oh yeah, for sure, yeah. So there's like the range component to it, yeah, for sure. I can't understand why people hoard their weapons in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. The point is to break your weapons to get new ones. My approach is always to use my weakest one unless I'm fighting a really strong monster, and then just cycle through it. But I find it very hard to track what my durability is on a weapon because it doesn't tell me in the menu. So if I start using a weapon, I use it until it breaks, and then I keep going. The fusion system has made it so my collection of weapons is mostly all the same power level because I have virtually unlimited amounts of all of the stuff I can fuse onto my weapons. So I'm never short on bases, and I have like a full suite of weapons that are around ranging from power level to 50 to 90, and I just use those unless I have like some small burner weapons when I'm fighting some weaker enemies because I don't want to waste the higher materials even though I have virtually unlimited amounts of them, that sort of thing. Like it's yeah, that's it. It's a nothing system to me. I don't know. I don't think that the super powered versions of the stuff you fuse are that game changing. Maybe some of the stuff with the Zonai enhancements, but that seems kind of like a waste. I think I would just rather have more damage. I don't see that being fun. Zonai devices are pretty cool with shields, though. Yeah, but when the Zonai device breaks, it also breaks the shield. Why don't you just break the device and let me fuse something else to it? I don't use the shield much, so I don't know. Not every time? Really? Every time I've done it, it's broken the shield when it's done. I think really it's just playstyle differences. It's just like, if you just like raw damage, the system in Tears of the Kingdom isn't going to be very fun. But if you're looking to finding interesting ways to interact with fights and sandbox, there's a lot of potential, which is what interests me. Okay, but how are you dealing with the silver versions of monsters, which in my experience are all over the map? Almost every single encampment has a silver monster without going for the high damage stuff. Because like even with like damage numbers that are like above like 50 and 70, like those things are tanky as all hell and take a lot of hits. Like how is your low powered but special move weapon not breaking? Like sometimes I go into a camp and I have 2 silver moblins and 2 silver bokoblins around a couple of black ones too. Some people are saying they just avoid those camps. Pretty base, not gonna lie. I tend to avoid any camps that has a lizard in it now because they're just so fucking annoying to fight. Especially the silver ones. It's just not worth it. I feel my blood pressure rising as I fight those. Throwing fruits, freezing them into blowing them into the water, using lightning strikes while raining with melee weapons, using spring shield to send them flying. This all sounds phenomenally boring and awkward to me, sorry. So maybe that part of the combat's just not for me. Throwing stuff at enemies is super awkward. Shooting at, that's not too bad. I don't like fucking aiming with the analog stick though. Usually I just go for headshots and then go and hit them. Oh, it's Hyrule Castle. I hate when I go to fuse my monster part to my weapon and instead of looking cool and natural, it just sticks to the monster part on top of the sword and looks really dumb. Yeah, I really dislike it too. There's a song I want to say that's a spoiler that I absolutely hate, but I won't because it's a spoiler, but it's related to that too, yeah. I much prefer it when the monster part becomes the weapon instead, but some of those can look dumb too. The silver bokoblin antenna that just becomes the sword blade looks really dumb and looks like it's not going to do much damage. I don't like that one. Because of your Breath of the Wild video, I limited the amount of times I upgrade armor in Tears of the Kingdom to just 2 per. Are you enjoying the game more because of that? I've only upgraded my armor once. And that's just because I haven't found the next fairy fountain to do it. If I had, I probably would have upgraded it again. Yeah. Thoughts on Tears of the Kingdom hands? Probably my least favorite encounter in the game. I don't really understand what you're supposed to do other than just pelt them with bomb arrows. One time I was able to just do a charging spinny attack and hit and killed them all, but I haven't been able to do that again since then. So I don't really know what you're supposed to do, because normal arrows don't do shit to them. So like they come back, they're like a Hydra. Yeah, I don't know what. You're gonna be 40 before that Witcher 3 video releases. Any way to bring it back. Any way to bring it back. I'm gonna be 40 by the time Tears of the Kingdom is good. Damn, that doesn't even make sense, but any way to bring it back. Lily's about to turn 37. I am 37 currently, so we're about to enter the few month period where we are the same age for a bit. And then it's my birthday, and then on my birthday, I go up to her and be like, hey, Lily, how's it feel to be with an older man? And she secretly loves it, even though she groans. What's the sequel gonna be? Hi-Fi Rush 2 or Higher-Fi Rush? Kale statue. I want to thank all those involved with the construction of the oversized version of my likeness. I don't think that the speak can be overstated. While this can be seen as self-centered and egomaniacal, I disagree. It is a standing monument to what one person can achieve. Personally, I feel it's subtle, if anything. It's a self... Nintendo fans in the comments saying that, if anything, the 10 out of 10 Breath of the Wild is underrated. Actually happened, by the way. There's gotta be something hiding around here. There's a Korok here, I can smell it. Anyone else wearing the Korok mask in Tears of the Kingdom and laughing at how it ruins every single scene? Every single story scene, every single conversation? Yeah. Who does story while Korok hunting? Who devotes time to just doing Korok hunting? Who's like, I would like to find some Koroks. Time to put my mask on. Yes, here we go. Like, no. What the fuck? Only the $90 Diablo 4 is out tomorrow. You can pay for early access. Lame. Honestly, just finished Gravity Rush 2. We haven't even started Gravity Rush 2. You did technically. We saw the opening to see how it ran, and then we saw this. It's 20 frames per second. It makes Tears of the Kingdom look like it's running well. My god, it chugged. I haven't played Shadow over Mordor. You should have played them. It's going to be hard going back to them after this. Oh, this is like the Tears of the Kingdom of Lord of the Rings games? Man, I thought Tears of the Kingdom's starting stamina was low. Okay, where's the last tunnel? Are we going there? All right, is this one going to be harder? Because these are like, you know, not quite as bad as Tears of the Kingdom shrines, but they're getting there. Come on, let's go. Game has crashed and will fatal error. The UE4-TOM game has crashed and will... Oh, that's a fault of your hardware, not the game. The game is great. I think you got your wires crossed there a little bit, Nintendo fan. We're not playing Tears of the Kingdom. You can stand down. It's okay. It's okay. I know you've been on high alert for the past week and a half. I know what it's like. I know it's like it's like, you know, reflex at this point, like getting your knee tapped by the doctor. But you know, like, you can stand down. It's Gollum. It's not Tears of the Kingdom. It's fine. Don't worry. Forspoken is like Tears of the Kingdom compared to this, which is weird because you know, you could say the same thing about Tears of the Kingdom compared to Breath of the Wild. Whoa, what's going on here? Oh man, look at the frame rate. Really gonna make you feel like you're playing Tears of the Kingdom. I've almost finished a 100% Breath of the Wild run. I can now see why you compared the seeds to moons. Yeah, but Breath of the Wild has more than moons. It's so damning on Mario Odyssey. All right, Link is out. Hit. All right, so I did the Rito quest line. Since we last spoke, I played Tears of the Kingdom for like, I think 25 minutes since you last heard me playing it, which was enough to do the Rito quest line. So if you don't want spoilers for the Rito quest line, even though I'm going to be pretty like vague about it, then just tab out. All right, so I enjoyed the lead up to the place more than the place. It felt like they were building on a concept, and then they get there, and then they just entirely shit the bed. I liked the addition to the like movement options that you get there. That was pretty good and a welcome surprise. However, the implementation fucking sucks. Why would you have the pickup button be the same as you're near your partner, which also makes the forward fucking wind vortex appear at the same time button? Just wild to me. You know, someone in chat said, like, how the fuck does that happen when the horse whistle gets a dedicated whistle button when, like, who's calling a horse in this game? It's, like, one of the worst horses in all of gaming. And then at the end, when I get to the air quotes dungeon that I'm going to talk about in one of my air quotes critiques on YouTube, like, I thought that what we were doing was going to open the entrance to the dungeon, and then we were going to go in and do the dungeon, and instead the boss came out, and then I fought the boss, and that was it. Like, it didn't even build on a concept. It was just go to 4 fucking rooms, and then that's the end of it. Like, what the fuck are they doing? I found another dungeon, and it won't let me do it because I don't have the quest line or whatever. So, like, but it's so easy to just, like, sequence break there because of Ascension and all the stuff. It's in the depths, if you know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. It's on the northern side. Like, that looks visually cool, but, like I just wander around doing nothing. So yeah, I don't know what the fuck. Like, didn't they say something in the promotional material? I've done some reading online. Didn't they claim that the dungeons were going to be bigger this time around? Like, oh my god. Holy shit, it's so disappointing. However, the boss was pretty good, I have to say. I've done 2 main bosses now, and the one, I don't know, I don't want to say that because of spoilers. That one wasn't very good, but the one I did in the Rito quest line, it was alright. It was alright. The spectacle was pretty good. So far the bosses have been way better than Breath of the Wild's bosses, I think. So that's pretty good, but man, oh man, like, these are not dungeons. Did they really claim that these were like a step up from Divine Beasts? Honestly, I think so far, compared to the ones I've done, the Divine Beasts were better. Now, I've only done 2. I will say the names of them. I've done the Rito one, and I've done the Spirit one, okay? So, like, I killed the Rito one in like 2 minutes. Yeah, it was over really fast too, but like, so were the ones in Breath of the Wild, but at least this had like an actual mechanic to do instead of just like flurry rush once and then you're done, you know? Like, Divine Beasts are better. So far, yeah, I think the Divine Beasts, I remember them being better than the 2 dungeons that I've done, because the other dungeon I did was non-existent. It was just like, just a couple rooms. So yeah, that was bad. That was really, really bad. Yeah. So I don't understand. I don't get it. Did you use the bow to kill the boss? Yeah, I did. Well, yeah, I used the bow for some of it, and I used just like diving through for other parts of it. Alright, we're not going that way. It's not even on purpose. Weird fucking, like dead zone to the movement. Really makes you feel like you're playing Tears of the Kingdom. Joe's just mad that Tears of the Kingdom is going to win Game of the Year. Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Have you seen the Reddit cringe going on about that? What a stacked year for gaming. So many Game of the Year contenders. Reply. I don't disagree, but you know, there's one that's obviously so much better than the others. And that's not to say that those games are bad. It's just that there's one that is clearly so much better than all the rest. Isn't it amazing how good that game is compared to all these other great games too? Like, it's like, oh my god, this thing is great. Not to brag, but I really think I outdid myself. So how about if... Ooh. Wait, what? One of those, like, garbage trash picker-uppers? Tell me you are impressed by my ultra fantastic miracle hand. Oh, it's Tears of the Kingdom! You're a salesman! Think of the possibilities. Think mass production. I'm sure you grasp the potential. This is going to change the world. Oh yeah, it is, for sure. Is this a joke? Why is Joe always playing Weeb games, man? But at least he isn't playing Tears of the Kingdom? That's true, yeah. Nice end of the message there, chatter. I missed the Tears of the Kingdom bad message, which really upsets me because I also agree that the game sucks. Aw, man, chat's on fire today. Chat is on fire today. On fire like my Switch running Tears of the Kingdom. Oh, that one was real. So someone in the Tears of the Kingdom thread, I think said something like, "Hey, I just want to know if Joe's finished the game because I want to know if he giggled every single time one of the sages said 'come' in the sky." And I want to tell you that I haven't finished the game, but yes, I have been giggling at that every single time. And I appreciate that. That's the burning question you had, is that you wanted to know. Hey Joe, I learned a fun fact recently. Want to hear it? Not Tears of the Kingdom related, since it's a fun fact. Holy shit! Tears of the Kingdom versus Evolve. I unironically love Evolve. And I only like Tears of the Kingdom. Like, Tears of the Kingdom is not a bad game. Like, I like it. It's fine. But I love Evolve. They could have given you a Zonai mech horse in Tears of the Kingdom so you could summon whenever you wanted, like Torrent, except you'd have to pause the game and go into key items whenever you wanted to summon it. No hotkeys allowed. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Doesn't the Breath of the Wild DLC have a better system than that? I didn't play the Breath of the Wild DLC for more than whatever the stream was. But don't you get, like a bike that... like, everything just breaks. It's on purpose, though. It's to make you appreciate things in life. Everything is transient in nature. It's poetic. I don't get it. Merrick be like the expansive shit and goes to play their 15,000th hour of Warframe. Okay, that's a bit too far. Oh my god. Hey, better than 15,000 hours in Tears of the Kingdom. I mean, 15,000 hours in Tears of the Kingdom would be insane. And yet, in the future, let me use my crystal ball. There's going to be a Reddit thread saying, hey Reddit, just logged my 15,000th hour on my 27th playthrough, and I am still finding new things in the nooks and crannies of this game. What a great experience Nintendo crafted for us. Hey Reddit, just did my 17th and a half run of White Orchard in Witcher 3. Anyone else see this hidden gem of a quest in the corner? Wow, I can't believe I missed that. Huh, I got that on my first playthrough, but I didn't find this really obvious thing in the center of the map until my 15th playthrough. Huh, funny how things work out. What a great game to give this, all of us such unique experiences. Well, I'm not hating Witcher 3 or Tears of the Kingdom, I'm hating Reddit. Don't get me wrong, I hate Tears of the Kingdom too. I wonder how they're gonna calibrate the, because it's not like VR, it's like it's altered reality around you, right? So like you put the goggles on and like you see a big TV screen like floating in the air still in your room. So I guess it doesn't effectively blind you, does it? You can still see how it works? I don't understand the tech, obviously. It's not inner ear audio, so everyone in the train will hear the tentacle sounds. Also, Tears of the Kingdom sucks. Yeah, that's what the message said. Yep. True. Did Nintendo buy Twitch? They love doing that shit. Nintendo just catching strays. They deserve it. I don't understand how we're all in agreement with how like there's fucking scumbag as shit like when it comes to like copyright stuff on YouTube and how they treat their older games, and they should make them more available, and their eShop sucks and everything, and that they price their re-releases on different platforms too much, but at the same time it's like they reuse the whole last map and don't really make that big of changes over 6 years and charge full price. Everyone's like, oh, it seems legit, no problem with it. Like what are you doing? Like, the game's great, don't get me wrong, but like, holy shit, like really? It's fine? Like, it's not. Joe, don't worry about it, it's just like FIFA. Oh, is Tears of the Kingdom with that map gonna be a yearly release now? With just updated shrines? Full price, please? Okay, I'm never using this unless the game wants me to. Gesture options. Dusty tokens. Online events. Just like in Tears of the Kingdom. Oh man, I cannot tell you the amount of disappointment I felt when that happened. If you know, you know. Oh my god, I just stared at the screen, just like feeling it just like wash over me when it happened. I was like, god damn it. Okay, here, spoilers for Tears of the Kingdom for the next, like, I don't know, 25 seconds. Okay, there you go. Spoiler point is on. Spoiler point is on. I'll take it down. The amount of disappointment I felt when one of the radial options, where you hold down like the Jorah plate, whatever, and you have all those options and some of them were missing, and one of them filled in, with the camera function instead of a fucking new ability that you can get. Like it was just, this is the camera, you know? Not only is it on there, like oh, a shortcut to the map that no one's ever gonna use because there's a fucking button on the Switch that's way faster. Why did they do that? And Amiibo, like those two could have been like hot slot weapon or hot swap weapons for anything, like anything you want to put in there that I'm going to use regularly, like you can assign to that would have been better than fucking like, holy shit, like, oh, that shit. And then the camera went on too. I can't believe the fucking camera went on there, or Sage one, yeah. Anyway, that's that. Oh, okay. It looked like there was something down there, though. Yeah, what's that? Oh. What the hell is this? What? Oh, lame. Man, locking me out until I have the quest to do something? Tears of the Kingdom would never do that to me. Never. I saw a Reddit interaction that's gonna live rent-free in my head for the rest of my life. Some guy was complaining about how Tears of the Kingdom promises you like total freedom, but then you can't do things right from the beginning because you get locked out of stuff. And someone responds with, "No, that's not true. You can do everything right from the start. That's one of the key points of the game. You can do everything. You're like, this is objectively not true." And the guy's like, "But I couldn't do this thing without the quest." And then some guy's like, "Yeah, but you can go start the quest." What the fuck? How is that like the fucking robot? Like, oh my god! Hey you! I'm gonna remember that forever. Don't cry, fair lady. Tears don't suit you. Tears of the Kingdom, however, I have a copy right here. Let's play together. Really? You'll I'm sorry, that was bad. Really? You little old me? Oh, come on, Sid, you ever stop? You can't grab balloons without there being a quest, just like Tears of the Kingdom. But you can get the quest to get it any time, so you can do whatever you want. My man, just say what you think about Zelda and call it. I haven't finished it yet. I think it's fine. I think I prefer Breath of the Wild because the magic is not there the second time. I think I would prefer Tears of the Kingdom to Breath of the Wild if Tears of the Kingdom had a new map and somewhat revamped combat. But I still don't think I would love it even then. Because they didn't do enough. There you go, done. I'm suffering from hay fever recently, so I was wondering, are you also allergic to Tears of the Kingdom's bullshit? Oh no, how many... Oh, we're over a minute in. Okay, all right. We're good. We're good. Yes, for sure. Legend of the Schedule, Tears of the King Rat. I will make this joke until someone laughs. Well, I laughed at it. I thought it was pretty funny, but you know, I'm not gonna force a second live laugh. Okay. Okay, you got a natural anatomy anyway. Here I go. All right. Why is there a stamina gauge in this game? That's a good point. Why is there? It's because Breath of the Wild had one. Did we leave it? We put it under... Oh, it's still there. Okay, cool. All right. Right where we left it. Wow, it kept this through a load screen? Damn, even better than Tears of the Kingdom.
Your eyes transfixed on some mucky hole. You don't see that a fish takes Steagle's hook, but you hear the splash. The fish is big and strong. He's dragged into the water, all the way to the bottom.
He was drowning.
No, that is not how he died.
Oh man, this is like climbing out one of the chasm holes in Tears of the Kingdom. Only good. Hello, Joseph in chat. I cannot believe we were playing this awful game. Why can't you believe it? This is what we do lately. Play bad games all the time. Life is Strange 2, Forspoken, Tears of the Kingdom. This is what we do.
But let's get right to the games and gameplay.
Avatar
the first
game
reveal
tie-in?
is something you're not expecting, which makes it that much more exciting.
Okay.
Here we go.
Tears of the Kingdom 2. It's coming out right away. Oh, what the hell is it? Prince of Persia 2D?
What you're about to see is a world premiere trailer that gives us a new look at an expansive world we can't wait to explore again.
Tears of the Kingdom? Do a joke about how bad Tears of the Kingdom is or stop streaming. Tears of the Kingdom is so bad I'd rather continue streaming. Lamayo got him. Oh, should we stream Genshin and call it Tears of the Kingdom? I probably have not read as much as you think I have, because I haven't had time to read for a long time. I think I read maybe 2 books last year, and I haven't read anything this year. Bring your device to the toilet, idiot. That's my Sudoku time! Fuck you! Or my Tears of the Kingdom time. Take 2 shits at once. Who built this? I did, but did they call me the tree builder? Oh, did you fuck Tears of the Kingdom? You goat fucker? Alright, let's go. Goat, because greatest of all time, because everyone thinks it's the best game ever, and that's the play on the words, because the joke is that do they call me the bridge builder, but you fuck one go. Man. Just on another level with these jokes, man. And oh, it's Tears of the Kingdom. Oh, okay. Oh man, both arms gone now. The sky is calling. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. I love how Microsoft thinks that they just like hit the jackpot with the Flight Simulator logo, and they're just like, you know what? Fuck it, 0 iteration. They're like fucking Nintendo with Tears of the Kingdom. No, we have no notes. This is just how it's gonna look forever. No one will ever know which different game this is unless they look at the date. What is this? In the fucking space as well? Oh, Starfield crossover? Oh, this is from Dune. Sorry, I wouldn't know. I've had sex. Sorry, my bad. Thank you for telling me though. People think to this day that I don't like Mario Odyssey, and I don't like Breath of the Wild, and I don't like Elden Ring, and I love 2 of those games, and I like one of the other ones. But people think I hate them because I can find flaws in a lot of things that I like. Do you think remakes should be viewed as updates or sequels? Depends on the effort that is put into the remake. Like Tears of the Kingdom is definitely more of a expansion pack area of a remake, whereas Resident Evil 4 I think is a more full-on remake, like almost would it be like a sequel again? Yeah. Oh yeah, they're redoing Lords of the Fallen. All right. Maybe another shot at it will make it even better.
In Lords of the Fallen,
didn't work out for Breath of the Wild, but maybe it'll work out here. Elden Ring and Tears of the Kingdom has taught me that being hyped and that hype being fulfilled is such a good feeling. That being disappointed is an acceptable consequence. Especially when you can just turn your hype into delusion and just pretend that the game is perfect so that your hype that you invested into it wasn't misguided at all. What was more disappointing, God of War Ragnarok or Tears of the Kingdom? Tears of the Kingdom, like absolutely no contest. Alright, it saved the position that we move things in. Alright, it's already better than Tears of the Kingdom. That's good. Your barrels was staying through a load screen more than you could get from Tears of the Kingdom. We're of the same mind, Phoenix Tyrion. Same mind. Should we take the stick with us? What are we gonna make with the stick? A larger stick? No, that's Tears of the Kingdom. I don't know. I'm committed to finishing this. I'd like to see the end. I'd like to see where it goes, but I'm not really enjoying it. I'm not really hating it either. It's not like it's no Tears of the Kingdom. All right, so we do this and we move that over here, and then we brace this one. Oh man, the years of Tears of the Kingdom experience, it's all coming back to me. We're trying to trap the monster in the room because the game told me at the beginning that if I think I can do something, I probably can. and I intend to make it regret that. All right, so what? That sounded so mean. I'm just so Tears of the Kingdom pilled right now. That's why. Should we just like start relentlessly shitting on Tears of the Kingdom again? It's a Gravity Rush 2 tradition. I haven't played it again though since last time we played Gravity Rush. I mean, it's all the same, so it doesn't matter. Playing Gravity Rush 2 or playing Tears of the Kingdom combat only? Oh man, Gravity Rush 2. Tears of the Kingdom combat fucking sucks. I think I would enjoy it a hell of a lot more if they like gave you an unbreakable base to start with, and you like found and unlocked a couple more unbreakable bases as the game went on that maybe you could upgrade to have like base damage to be +1, +2 a little bit, not too high, but just a little bit, and then you constantly just fuse on those unbreakable bases. I think that would be a much better system. What's more disappointing in this game or Tears of the Kingdom? Tears of the Kingdom might be one of the biggest disappointments I've ever had, even though the game is still pretty good. Like, I was hoping that Tears of the Kingdom would be what everyone else thinks it is. You know what? I kind of like using magic for everyday stuff and not just like battle magic. That's neat. I like that. You don't see that very often. It's not, you know, completely unheard of, but yeah, they would use magic for just making chores and shit easier. He complimented the game. Quick pylon. Oh, it's fantastic. Yeah, I really love that too. Oh, this is my favorite demo. This is my game of the year. It's not even out yet. Just the demo alone was better than Tears of the Kingdom. Oh my god. No, Drew, quick pylon. Reinforce. I've played this demo more than any other game this year so far. I'm on my 17th demo through. What is your current opinion on Breath of the Wild 1.5? 7 to 8 out of 10, leaning more toward a 7. Can I go in the middle? Can I do 7.5? I would give probably 7.5 out of 10 so far from what I've played of it. I haven't finished it yet though. I haven't played it in about 2 weeks. I wonder if there's more DLC for the Breath of the Wild DLC. Nope, just amiibos. More Darkest Dungeon 2 streams? I don't know. I don't think so. I think this has run its course. I think we got a taste of what it is. I'm pretty impressed. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this game definitely didn't rest on its laurels. It really, they could have just like made the first game again and just added a bunch of stuff like Nintendo did with Tears of the Kingdom. But instead they try to do something new, and it looks better. The penis length the penis length council demands an inch as reparations for the continual Tears of the Kingdom slander in the Gravity Rush 2 streams. Yes, I am a Nintendo fanboy, an avid defender of my absolute favorite corporation who can do no wrong and is morally perfect. How much is those Pikmin games again that are being re-released? I love it when we play these high-profile games, and I don't immediately love it. Like the defense force has to come out and just like nitpick every single thing to just like delegitimize any amount of criticism I have. You're not paying attention because you missed a little thing in the bottom corner that says fucking it was the next night. Just every single time. Final Fantasy fans like really do think this is going to be Game of the Year instead of Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. I was being nice, fans. I was being nice. People are really salty with it. Yeah, I don't doubt it. Yeah, gamers are crazy. Gamers legitimately believe that if you don't like their like favorite like golden goose of media, that you must not have understood it, or there's something wrong with you, because if you did understand it, or if there wasn't something wrong with you, of course you would like it. It's just like unthinkable to some people that you could dislike something that they like so much. It's really immature. It's a feedback loop. They unironically follow this line of thought. You don't like this because you didn't understand it. Well, how do you know that? Well, I know that because if you understood it, you would like it. Like they unironically, like legitimately think that about some people's opinions when it comes to games. It's spilling over to some movies too, like, but that's like the movies that are a lot like games, the Marvel shit. And this is coming from someone who's like enjoying the game, you know, a fair amount. Like it's pretty, it's okay, it's fun. I'm having a good time. I'm having a great time. I was enjoying God of War Ragnarok way more at this point. Let's put it that way. I don't know if I'm enjoying this more than I was Tears of the Kingdom at this point. Probably not. The beginning of Tears of the Kingdom, I was having a decent time. But maybe. Have you watched Skillup's review of Final Fantasy XVI? I have not. But I've heard scathing reports that he was paid off by Miyamoto himself to lambast the game, to further solidify the false narrative that Tears of the Kingdom is the best game that came out this year. I'm personally waiting for the Donkey review, because we can trust Donkey to be impartial. Do you think that Starfield can get Game of the Year over Tears of the Kingdom? Like, at the awards ceremony? Absolutely not. Tears of the Kingdom's gonna win.
Stay down.
There's no fucking way anything other than Tears of the Kingdom is winning Game of the Year at the award show. At the December one that what's his face does. Shit, Keeley. Do I think that Starfield might be better than Tears of the Kingdom for me? Yeah. Is it gonna, like, it could be. I'm not saying it is, but it could be. Is it gonna be my Game of the Year? Probably not. Hi-Fi Rush is probably gonna be my Game of the Year that came out this year. I loved the Tears of the Kingdom streams, but the reading chat was frustrating. Yeah, like me not understanding the importance of fusion within a nanosecond of getting it was apparently just this is fucking unacceptable. This is fucking unacceptable. I'm quoting fucking Eagle Raptor now for some reason. Like, yeah, give me a second. I thought it was like to add fun effects to weapons and shit. I didn't think it was like necessary. I got there eventually. Let me play. Hey Joe, I just wanted to say thanks for uploading your VODs of Tears of the Kingdom. I found myself getting annoyed at a couple of your criticisms, and it made me realize I still need to hate Nintendo more. I appreciate you helping me realize my shortcomings. Sincerely and unironically, thanks. You're welcome. You're welcome. Imagine finding Sid in a side quest alive. That would almost be as bad as finding like a duplicate of a huge like spectacle boss that you found at the end of a very long, memorable, almost quest chain in one of the secret parts of the world, just like in a cave somewhere later. Yeah.
And not only that.
All right, nice fade to black there. Tears of the Kingdom's been roasted. No, that wasn't a Tears of the Kingdom roast. No, stop the count. Stop the count. It's not God of War Ragnarok either. Stop the count. Stop the. Now you have to roast Tears of the Kingdom now to even it out. What's the count at? Hold on. What's the count at? 51 times. Tears of the Kingdom has been roasted more times in this chat than it has frames per second. Oh, boom! There you go.
Oh, no, sorry. I didn't mean to pry.
After the first roast, it also had more roasts and good shrines. Hold R3 while in the field to summon Ambrosia, and X to mount the Chocobo. Whoa there, Roach. Better horse system than Tears of the Kingdom. Nice. Kick deal one. If Kick offers me enough money to get out of Moncton, I would take it. Anyone offers me any amount of money to get out of Moncton,
Flames.
I'm probably gonna do it.
Come on, Toggle.
Any rich Nintendo fan want me to permanently delete the Mario Odyssey video? I will do it for 2 million Canadian. I will just delete that video off the internet. Combo deal, I'll throw Breath of the Wild in there too. Have you played The Pedestrian? I have not, no. That game looked really expensive and had a lot of budget for what is like a gimmicky platformer, but maybe it's more of a puzzle game. I'm thinking of the right game. That was interesting. It's more of a puzzle game. It's pretty good. More Zelda than Breath of the Wild. Really interesting. Watch the Breath of the Wild video after finishing Tears of the Kingdom. It's absolutely insane how close to none of your criticisms got addressed. I know, what a shit video, right? Double down on literally everything, and it's gonna win Game of the Year. Oh
No. She was right, though.
I haven't played it in like a month. Do you think recency bias is a factor when getting into video games, or nostalgia more so? My first was Breath of the Wild, and I kind of hate that game now. Your first video game was Breath of the Wild? How old are you? If you're young, that's fine. Like, but if you're older, then that surprises me. Like, I mean, it's still fine. Sorry, I don't know why I said that, but yeah. Huh. You hate it? Really? Why do... What? I'm 7? Okay. Time for some more Final Fantasy Tears of the Kingdom. Oh my god. If you rate games by how much they stick with you, you remember them. Is Xenoblade 2 one of the best games of all time? Unfortunately, yes. Yeah, it is. Yep. If this wins, I can't believe this game is making me root for Tears of the Kingdom to win Game of the Year, so this one doesn't. Because like if this wins Game of the Year, it's gonna be like critical, emotional, fucking psychic damage. Like more than the fucking chat telling me to read the synopsis of fucking my aunt. You know, like seriously. What the fuck is going on? Oh, speaking of, thank you, Mathiv Penith, for gifting out a sub. Thank you, Mathiv Penith.
Picture it, Conrad.
I always like immersive sims. Well, I thought you didn't like Tears of the Kingdom. I like Tears of the Kingdom, I just don't love it. Tears of the Kingdom is not an immersive sim in the way that I think of immersive sims, although it seems like some people think the definition of those should be expanded to include things like Tears of the Kingdom, which I'm not adverse to, but I'm not fully on board with the terminology shift just yet. Wait, you're the guy who said during stream yesterday that why can't you just entertain the idea that you're just not getting the dodge timing right on the move? When I was doing that constantly. Why am I fucking engaging with you? Like, holy shit. I specifically went on my way so many times to say that maybe it's fine and I'm fucking it up. Why can't you just consider the fact that you might be wrong? Like, seriously, how are you fucking this brain rot defense source for the game? Like, holy shit. Oh, I'm angry, I'm sorry. Man, Last of Us 2 is like... disappointing on a story level in the same way that Tears of the Kingdom was to me on a gameplay level. Like, it's probably 2 of the biggest disappointments I've ever experienced in games has been like how the story played out in Last of Us Part 2 and how the gameplay wasn't developed enough in Tears of the Kingdom. Ragnarok is pretty up there too when it comes to story, but at least Ragnarok had some good stuff going for it, whereas like Last of Us 2 is just like, fuck, like, even the good parts make me just so fucking bitter. Damn, Tears of the Kingdom was that bad. It's not that it's that bad, it's just like, it's just more Breath of the Wild. And that's... I wanted so much more than that. It's like, I'm not gonna call it a bad game or anything, like... I'm not even sure I would say Last of Us Part 2 is a bad story either. It's just like... It's well presented, it's well acted, like it has a lot of good pieces to it. Like it's too much like production value for me to call it outright bad, but like goes to show how easy it is to ruin something, I guess. I don't know. Do you think this trash wins Game of the Year, or is it Zelda? I will be devastated if this beats... I can't believe Final Fantasy XVI is making me say this, because I don't think Tears of the Kingdom deserves it. I will be fucking devastated if this beats Tears of the Kingdom. Okay? I'm devastated. Not because I want Tears of the Kingdom to win so bad, but I feel like if this is Game of the Year 2023, like why the fuck am I even working in this space in the world? I should just fuck off back to books or start looking into film or just like seriously, like I will be fucking like critical spiritual damage will be dealt if this wins Game of the Year. Thank you, both of these nuts for the resub. Thank you very much. Okay, you have to find a key. I'm seeing a trend of finding keys to open doors. Man, anyone else get like hardcore debated by that first like key you found in Tears of the Kingdom? Like just so full of hope, like, oh my god, a key! I know what this means, and then like the rumors are true. There's gonna be lots of this later on in the game. No, it's okay, cool. I almost forgot. Take this. It might come in handy. Okay, rummy donut. Rummy cake, or some say kake. Okay, is this healing? Take some time to use consumable items. If she's attacked during this time, the action is cut off and the item is not consumed. Oh, it's better. It's better than Tears of the Kingdom. Oh wow. Okay, so no, don't use it. Don't use it. All right. Well, now we know that's how it works. Okay. I value games that have focus nowadays. Oh, you should play. You should definitely play Tears of the Kingdom then, because it's really, really, really focused on wasting your time. Really, really good. Current location unlocked. Next lock. Oh, there's different paths still. You can check how much progress you made in Somnium by checking the depth. Oh, this game has depth. Take that, Tears of the Kingdom. The action you just did has progressed your depth. Make it to the bottom to clear the Somnium. Did you ever decide whether to gatekeep Tears of the Kingdom for your kids or not? I got them to try Breath of the Wild first, and neither of them stuck with it. They didn't like it. So maybe they're just not ready for it. A big open world game. Like Finn is taking the Dark Souls now, but it's been a couple months since he tried to play Breath of the Wild. They didn't like it. Probably because it's too much for them. Like, my boys are young, right? So remember, like Leo's 6 and Finn is like about to turn 8. Like, he's not even 8 yet. So Breath of the Wild can be a bit overwhelming for that. Should we get rid of some cards? Right now we're 25 out of 20, which is Reddit's ranking for Tears of the Kingdom. So I don't like being a Redditor. Overall, pretty confrontational, loud, and pinging Joe even after getting timed out for doing so. Borderline transphobia and discussing methods for piracy in pre-chat. What? Getting called out for spoiling at Joe during second Tears of the Kingdom stream is simply the last straw for this user, who has also been banned from Jats. Okay, hold on. Is this the person that was just like it was so important that I knew the size of the underground area in Tears of the Kingdom? Over 1,000 messages. I haven't played Tears of the Kingdom. I don't know, like, how long has it even been out for? I can't remember. Like, I played it for like a couple weeks after it came out, and then I stopped. It's been at least a month. 2 months? 3 months? I don't know. This or Tears of the Kingdom so far? Notice me that upon? Oh, this is gonna make people angry. This. Sorry. If it was this or Breath of the Wild, or this, but or Tears of the Kingdom, but I hadn't played Breath of the Wild, then those for sure. Okay, you have to understand. Tears of the Kingdom reusing the same map as Breath of the Wild is cannot be overstated how high a negative modifier that is to the experience for me. Like oh my god. But if it was brand new, then yeah, that for sure, easily. No close. Nowhere close. Is that true? Hold on. How far were we in Tears of the Kingdom at this point? I think we had just left the tutorial island. No, I think I would go with Tears of the Kingdom, because I hadn't realized yet that the map reuse in Tears of the Kingdom was not very good. So that, but a little later, like maybe like 4 hours later, ask me again in 4 hours and we'll see. Okay? It feels like you've been uninterested in a lot of big releases lately, like this and Zelda. Yes, it's me that's the problem. I mean, I'm not having a bad time with this, and I wasn't having a bad time with Tears of the Kingdom either. I just wasn't having a yabba dabba do time. Maybe the problem's me. Is this game worse than Tears of the Kingdom? Absolutely, yes. No contest so far. If I wasn't streaming this, the only reason I would be playing this, continue playing this, would be out of morbid, like, game critic curiosity. Like, this has to get better, right? Like, there's got to be something here, right? Like, however, again, maybe I just got really unlucky and I just have just stumbled my way into just the worst part of the game, into the worst part of the game, into the worst part of the game. Like, there might be a whole other side to this game that's way better than this that we haven't found yet. Like, I am really methodical and painstaking when it comes to testing shit. Like, I doubt most people are gonna go and like explore a whole entire pre-gen map to see what it's like I am right now. Like, after this, we're going to the one around the city and seeing if it's better there. I don't think most players are gonna do that shit. So, like, I'm trying to be really upfront with that, because I don't want people thinking I'm shitting on the game. What game do you recommend if you like exploring? What kind of exploring are you going for? Do you want to find treasure and rewards that are going to feel really valuable? Because if that's the case, then unironically Genshin Impact is pretty good exploration. Breath of the Wild is really good exploration. Tears of the Kingdom has really good exploration if you haven't played Breath of the Wild. Do you think that Game of the Year is now comfortably between Tears of the Kingdom and Baldur's Gate 3? Honest to God, Baldur's Gate 3 might take it. Baldur's Gate 3 has been a phenomenon. I don't think Tears of the Kingdom deserves it. I think Tears of the Kingdom was pretty lazy in more ways than one. So mild spoilers for Tears of the Kingdom, or like everyone knows this by now. I think reusing the same map was really lazy, and then the more you play it, the underground map is also incredibly lazy. And then even the other layer, the Sky Islands, are just a huge nothing.
I've lost you.
And the huge part is all the empty space. Like the Sky Islands were so disappointing. Like there's so few of them, and they repeat. Like you find repeat Radiant parts in Starfield. They repeat. So yeah, I'm pretty. I don't think Tears of the Kingdom deserves it. However, like of the game, I didn't even play Baldur's Gate 3, so I can't tell. I hear Baldur's Gate 3 falls apart at the end, so I don't know. But yeah, Tears of the Kingdom is pretty lazy. Sorry, when I say lazy, I almost always mean lazily designed. Nothing about game dev can facilitate laziness. You can't be a lazy game dev and actually have a finished product unless it's taking you 30 years. It's like, yeah, that I mean lazily designed. I don't mean like they didn't put work into it. Most people are saying that Starfield is much less buggy than Fallout 4 was at release, and definitely Fallout 76. I think it's been buggier than Fallout 4 from my experience, but again, like I'm pushing a little bit more than I used to, although I haven't been trying to break it. Sometimes I get really lucky or unlucky on stream. I don't know. I would say that overall I would trust the reports on average that the game is less buggy than the other ones, because it's fresh. I don't think you're pushing that hard. Yeah, I don't think I'm pushing that hard either, but I am pushing a little bit. Bethesda games are completely vapid and soulless, devoid of any interesting ideas. They are money holes of mediocrity, shit combat, shit dialogue, and the only selling point is the sheer size. Where's this negativity for Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom? What the hell? Do you know how much vapid bullshit's in those games too? Do you have the same opinion for that? Because if you do, okay, at least you're consistent. I don't agree with that take. But like, if you're going that far, you also need to lump in that game too. Like, maybe it's not as bad, but it's still definitely in that area. Like, the amount of times that I've did something in Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild and just stared at my screen and said, that was it, has like rivaled this game easily. Tears of the Kingdom was like just non-stop cliff facing too, for how that's what the term is now, apparently, cliff facing. It was cliff facing the whole time. We're just like, wait, really? This is all the Sky Island is? Wait, really? That's all there is down in the underground? Wait, really? It's just the same biome repeated forever in every single direction except for one little snippet here? Like oh really? This linear hallway has nothing to it except for more of the boring ass combat, and they didn't fix the releases, like just like fucking over and over and over and over again, you know? Like, it's like holy shit. Like, oh, Nashima, if you want to say that Bethesda games and you're putting Nintendo in the chair, okay, great, you're consistent. I just like holy shit, that's a take, man. Like, it's so cynical.
You should have a research station.
I can see where you're coming from, though. I can definitely see where you're coming from. Man, look at the cool flexibility and all the different movesets that are supplied by this system of sticking one pyro weapon to another. Dynamically, you know, some might even say fusing them together. Each with different movesets, with varied playstyles and special attacks. Huh. How many are we up to right now? It's just the beginning of the game? Damn, look at them all. Huh. I'm sorry, I'm dense. Which game are you shading? All of them. Tears of the Kingdom. The game that is going to lose Game of the Year to Baldur's Gate 3. You'd love to see it? What the fuck? He loves Baldur's Gate 3 now. I think the system could be improved if you could swap weapon parts without going back to the bonfire. Like, maybe you could say drop the material on the ground first after scrolling through your entire materials menu first. Yeah, definitely don't make a favorite system or any quick way to macro it or hotkey it. No, you have to scroll through every single time, get the weapon out, get the item out, drop it on the floor, then go up and press LB, go through the power that you want, slow boat target it with right analog stick. Absolutely, yep. That would make it way better. Cyberpunk had like 4 guns. You know, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom have like 2 swords, so you know that's double the amount of the other game of the year. Okay, chat, just one last thing to hopefully illustrate the point of how I feel about the steps back that FromSoft went through. Imagine Elden Ring 2 comes out and they made the torrent system worse. Like, you can't just run and smoothly jump on the horse. You have to open a menu to summon the horse instead of it being a hotkey thing that just dynamically responds to your movement system. Like, imagine they took steps back with the horse system when that was a solved issue already. That's how I feel about a lot of the issues in the combat in Elden Ring compared to the things that they solved in Sekiro. Do you get it? It's like that, man. Like in Tears of the Kingdom was fucking garbage for that. I don't hate Tears of the Kingdom. I know we're slamming it pretty hard, but that's because it's like it deserves it. It's because like you're not allowed to criticize it. It just feels so unfair. Does it bother you that you can use summons to beat all bosses in Dark Souls? I remember you didn't like the infinite healing in Breath of the Wild. No, it doesn't bother me. If you want to play it that way, then if that's fun for you, then go for it. Just like it doesn't bother me if anyone uses infinite healing in Breath of the Wild either. That's fine too. If that's fun for you, go for it. Would you judge them if they buy a waifu pillow? Yeah, probably. Most people here are chill. It's rare that we've had a problem. I think we set the tone well here.
Was automatic puppets and City of the Future.
I had more fun with Gollum, which I finished, than Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, see, this is what we're talking about. Can you ban that chatter, please? That's insane. That's insane. I hope they nominate Liza P. I don't think they will. I hope they do too. It deserves it, but I don't think they will. God, I hope Baldur's Gate 3 wins over Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, I hope so too, but it's... There's a chance. I would say if it happened, I wouldn't be stunned. I don't know, like, I feel like people have cooled rapidly on Tears of the Kingdom. But when it came out, people were fucking obnoxious about it. Feels like people have cooled on Final Fantasy XVI as well. Yeah. That's happening a fair amount lately, isn't it? When, like, a game comes out and there's, like, this... I wonder if this is the new meta of discussing games online, that there's, like, there's defense forcing. Maybe it's astroturfing, too. Maybe it's, like, a part of the game's marketing now. That there's this huge push to see if they can sway public opinion over to one side, and the game gets cemented as, like, this, oh my god, must play, holy shit, it's good on all cylinders. And then if that fails, it kind of just fizzles out, and it's kind of like, yeah, whatever. Like, I don't know what's going on there. It feels different to me. Do you prefer Mario or Legend of Zelda series? Surprisingly a tough one. You think I would say Zelda, right? But man, do Zelda games just not respect your fucking time. The amount of times I wanted to play a Zelda game and then I remember the long ass intro and all the tutorialization and all the bullshit you have to go through before you even can play the game, and even then it doesn't let up for a little later, you know, like fucking hell. So I don't know, like I would say first playthroughs I prefer Zelda games, but then going back and just pick up and play, like Mario's so fun. There's so many fun Mario games too that you can just like start and you're already having a good time within fucking like 10 seconds, whereas Zelda it's like Link, you have to go to the fucking the big tree. Let's go talk to the big tree. Oh, I can't let you pass. You need a sword or shield first. Oh, go crawl through this hole. Link. Oh, you gotta fucking stay. Like, it's just fucking boring. Like, let me play. And that really doesn't go away for most of the playthrough. They're all like that, aren't they? Breath of the Wild isn't. You gotta give Breath of the Wild that. You can just start playing Breath of the Wild. Tears of the Kingdom, you know what? The Great Plateau areas are a bit slow getting back to it. Like, the game doesn't really start until you get the glider. This looks like another game. What does this look like? Oh, you can see everything over there too. Neat. Zelda? Yeah, maybe it is Zelda. Tears of the Fandom? All right, so Tears of the Kingdom was removed from my Switch for this stream to happen. This is the first time I have touched my Switch since the last time I did the "Hey, look, ma, I'm playing Tears of the Kingdom instead of the game we're streaming" bit. So yeah, as time has gone on and people realize that Starfield is not that great. I don't know though, man. Like I just can't stop thinking about that talk where. I think Emil Pagliarulo said, you know, like just ignoring all the reviews because the game is selling well, and that's just really all they care about, right? Like, I guess it just shows you what happens when a studio doesn't listen to feedback and instead just looks at sales and is like, we don't need to change anything, it's selling well. And they have updated some parts of their game, so obviously they care about some bits. Nintendo, yeah, it's happening to Nintendo probably too, but Nintendo has just more pull maybe? I don't know, like Nintendo's avoiding it a little bit. But I still don't know how Nintendo got away with Tears of the Kingdom. So maybe if they do it one more time, they won't. I don't understand how they got away with it. Like, there's gonna be people angry at me that I just said that. That's how hard they got away with it. I don't understand how they got away with it, man. Like, it's just like, okay, whatever. Like, so, like, yeah, maybe it takes a couple of games. Like, as much shit as I give Nintendo, and I think Nintendo does deserve a lot of shit for Tears of the Kingdom, they did do one thing really well in, sorry to interrupt the game. They did do one thing really well in Tears of the Kingdom that showed that they were willing to look and see what did our fans what did our audience like about Breath of the Wild, which is that if I ever made a video on Tears of the Kingdom, because I've already done a little bit of writing on it, this is what I would hone in on. It seems that they identified that there were these moments when in Great Plateau, when you cut down that tree and you don't have the glider yet, and you cross that and you feel like you've done something by changing the world and you made your own bridge. It feels like they honed in on that kind of feeling, and were like, how can we make that experience repeatable with a great amount of experimentation, and that led them to making the Ultra Hand, right? So Ultra Hand is basically just that moment of cut down a tree to make your own bridge across a chasm on steroids. You know what I mean? Like just like how can we just take that as far as we possibly can, right? So that showed that they actually cared about developing something like that. And they identified what they did well, what our audience liked, and how can we do it even better. The problem with Tears of the Kingdom is that they didn't do anything else apart from that IMO. No other area got a significant improvement, I think. But, you know, that's for another time. Bethesda has nothing of that. Nothing. just absolutely not. I can't think of a single thing that Starfield does better than any game they've done before, except for just kind of like a general, it's more than incremental, just a general improvement on some of the side quest writing, the character writing, the dialogue writing, and the size of the dungeons that you can find, or dungeons in air quotes. It's like Breath of the Wild. What you do with Tears of the Kingdom wins. Tears of the Kingdom is not the worst one that could win, okay? Worst one that could win to me, Final Fantasy XVI. I'm assuming of the big ones that get nominated, like the worst one that could win is Gollum. It's like, why did Gollum get nominated? Okay, worst one that could win that would like permanently damage how I view the whole entire industry. Final Fantasy XVI of the big games. After that, Starfield. Starfield's second worst, you know? After that, Tears of the Kingdom, maybe? I don't know. I would be like, yeah, whatever. If Starfield won Game of the Year at Jeff's show, I will think that Bethesda had Mr. and Mrs. Money Truck show up to pay for it. If Final Fantasy 16 wins, I won't think conspiratorial thoughts, but I will be angry. Tears of the Kingdom would be like, yeah, whatever. Like, what game do you think had the most potential but squandered it? Starfield. That's a hard question. Tears of the Kingdom. Will the stutters be really bad right away? I'm surprised at how smoothly it'll let it'll turn on and off in the options. Oh my god! Oh, fucking hell! Nope. Absolutely not. It's like playing Tears of the Kingdom with ray tracing turned off. I would be very surprised if Baldur's Gate 3 didn't win Game of the Year. That would be my top pick for what I think is going to win. It wouldn't be my top pick for what I think should win, because I haven't played it, but if I did play it and it was great, maybe I would change my mind. But that's what I think is going to win. That seems like the biggest influential game of the year so far. Like, everyone's talking about that. and they just keep relentlessly jerking it off to. Like, I don't even see people talking about Tears of the Kingdom anymore. In fact, weirdly, I feel like Tears of the Kingdom talk dropped off pretty fucking fast. Which is best game released in 2023, game of the year 2023, and our nominees are, I think some people are going to be upset. Our nominees are, because Baldur's Gate 3 isn't on there. Our nominees are Tears of the Kingdom, Baldur's Gate 3, it was a lie. Alright, next category is the Steins Gate Award for the Mistake stream game. The worst game streamed this year, regardless of how fun the streams were. And the nominees are... And the nominees are... Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. By the way, did you see the subreddit? Did you see the post on the subreddit? Our subreddit. What's a game that you liked but Joseph Anderson didn't? Have you scrolled through this and almost every single fucking person is saying a game that I actually do like? Every single game, almost. Okay, let's go through it. What's a game that you liked that Anderson didn't? Mario Odyssey, I like that game. Armored Core 6, I like that game. Let's keep going. Baldur's Gate 3, haven't fucking played it yet. Last of Us 2, I liked it, but you know, kind of waste of time. Inside, alright, right on. Silent Hill 2, I like that game. Code Vein, I like that game. What the fuck? Tears of the Kingdom, like that game. Xenoblade 2, alright, you got me. Recently, Final Fantasy 16, I like that game. He didn't like VLR. I like VLR. I just didn't like the ending. I actually liked AI Somnium 1 and 2, and I can't how he feels about it. I like them both. One was better than 2. Elden Ring, fucking loved Elden Ring. I get why Joe argues with chat a lot. Half of this comment section is games Joe has repeatedly said he likes. Thank you, Fragrant Screen 5737. Gold to you, kind stranger. Yakuza 0, I like that game. Dark Souls 2, I like that game. I'm the OG Dark Souls 2 defender. What the fuck is this person smoking? I helped turn the tide of Dark Souls 2 criticism. What the fuck? Who the fuck is Joseph Anderson and why should I care about his opinions? Based? So based? Oh my god, Oomphy. Alright, there we go.